Do you ever feel like you're never going to own a home? And when you heard that the interest rates went up, you thought, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen for me. Well, just going to share a little story with you. I thought that too. Both my parents never owned a home. I never had a home that I lived in growing up that was ours. And my friends joked because we moved so often. My mom was a single parent. We moved quite a bit. And friends would joke, well, at the time there were phone books, and they would say, I have one phone book that's just you with your addresses and phone numbers. But when I went to friends' houses, I always felt this sense of stability there. And it was something that I really wanted. But I remember, coming up in that environment, in that unstable environment, it really shook my confidence. And I didn't believe that I could ever own a home. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can. What's most important is if you want to own a home, you really got to ask yourself, why? If you know your why you want to buy a home, then it's really going to help drive your actions, your behaviors, your choices, so that you can work to achieve it. And it doesn't happen overnight. My first house didn't happen overnight. We did have a little help, and I'll share with you those stories another time. But I'm also here to say to you, maybe you never want to buy a home, and that's okay. That's totally okay, because you might want to be more nomadic. Maybe you want to travel the world. You want to travel the US. You want to meet new people, see new cultures. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No one says you have to own a home, but for some, it just gives you a sense of stability. It starts a financial wealth build for you. There's a variety of reasons why people choose to buy a house, but not everybody has to buy a home. Do you see yourself owning a home or not owning a home? Tell me. Let's start a conversation, because there's no right or wrong, but whatever you choose to do, it should bring joy to your heart, because exploring the world is so amazing. But for some, they want a little bit more stability. If you are interested in learning how to buy a house and getting those steps done so that you can prepare to buy a house, no matter what the interest rate is, then follow me on YouTube. I do a YouTube channel that's all about first-time home buyers and answering questions about the home buying process. But if you choose not to buy a house, let me know, because I'd love to follow you. You probably have amazing adventures, and it would be so fun to see. Laura Gallant here with Mountain Prairie Living at ERA Shields. I'd love to follow you too, but if you'd like to learn more about the real estate process, then check out my YouTube channel. Have a great Sunday. Do you ever feel like you're never going to own a home? And when you heard that the interest rates went up, you thought, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen for me. Well, just going to share a little story with you. I thought that too. Both my parents never owned a home. I never had a home that